Welcome to what I call let's get out of bed practice. This is really when I swing my feet over the sides of the bed and let them land on the ground. This is kind of where it all begins for me. It begins for the moment my feet touch the ground, and I just take a moment, close my eyes, and allow a sense of gratitude. Might not even be feeling super grateful at that moment, but just allowing myself to think of the things that I do have, think of the things that are going well. There are an endless stream of them, but my mind sometimes goes to the busy of the day. So taking that moment, and then from there, standing up. I keep it super simple. I try not to move far from my bed, and I'll curl my right toes under and roll some circles around my ankles. So getting the movement through the base of the feet and all the way up through the ankles. I'll do both directions. So let's roll it both directions. Ground through that right foot and change sides. And at this point, noticing my breath, noticing the inhale and the exhale, noticing the flow. Just bringing some awareness to it, not even forcing it so much. I'll ground both of my feet, dip the chin in, and I either, if my neck is sensitive, just roll from collarbone to collarbone, side to side, or if it feels healthy, make some big circles. So now every message from my brain has to travel down through the spine. I try to open that up for the day. Giving myself breath and space, and change directions. And after a few rounds, we come back to center, big shoulder rolls. You can do it any way you like. There's so many different variations, but we'll keep it simple so that the mind doesn't have to overwork in the morning. All we're doing is rolling our joints. You can change directions, getting the lubrication in my body awake. Just been still and sleeping, hopefully for hours. Interlace the fingers. You can roll the wrists in little circles here. Again, lubrication for the knuckles and wrists. Letting my hands come down by my sides and just a little side to side. In this variation, you'll see I'll do another version later, but in this variation, I keep both feet grounded and my toes forward and my hip points facing forward. I give a little tap in that back hand to my opposite kidney. So the kidneys that flush all the toxins, I want to wake those up and give those some support, just light taps either side. Beautiful. Arms back to center, rolling the hips in circles. I see a lot of people do this when we get here, but you don't have to do that. But if you want to, you can. So you're trying to get, of course, in the whole pelvic bowl and that iliosacral joint. So the sacrum is the hydraulic pressure that keeps that fluid coming up through the spine. Let's change direction. So we definitely want our spine well lubricated as well, and that iliosacral joint, so where the pelvic bowl meets into the base of the spine. So we can mobilize and be dynamic in our day. Come back to center, big toes touch, knees bend. We'll make some knee circles. Go ahead and circulating the shins in through the ankles. You can change directions. Yeah, and we'll come back, have a stand, feet as wide as the hips. I'm going to send my hips back, and then from there, bend the knees and ripple from the feet all the way up to the spine. So again, this is just simple. I'm just breathing and moving by the side of my bed, wherever you are. Just this awakening from top to bottom, from front to back, from inside to out. So I can face whatever is coming in this day. Yeah, last one. Then from here, some lymphatic movement. So join me really simply. I'll just do 30 each round. Seems like a little, but it ends up being a lot. Arms go back and then up on the balls of the feet and then arms back. So we'll just wave arms up and back. Really simple, just elevating onto the balls of the feet. When the heels come down, let them really drop. You can start finding that breath get a little bit deeper. And last one. Beautiful. From here, we're going back to side. This time, we're going to pick up that opposite heel from where we turn. So it's a little bit more dramatic. We're getting a little bit of a twist. And again, you can count for yourself whether you want to do 10, 20, 30, 100. You decide. And last one. Beautiful, back to center. Arms out wide, and again, we'll do shoulders, but we're circulating them out in a bigger way. So more movement, you can make them bigger or smaller. We're deepening that breath. Let's change directions. And release. So now one arm up, one arm back, and we'll go side to side. So you'll see we're doing a lot of cross body and then also upper and back body. So let's go that up and back. Again, you can just do 10, that's fine. I'm doing 30 here. So we can have a good movement all the way, good awakening through that lymphatic system. Beautiful. Last one. We're going to go jumping, just pure jumping. You can do, again, 10 to 100 jumps. You decide. I'm not really counting. I'm just going to jump for a minute or so. Breathing. Let the shoulders soften and just kind of flap around. The wrists and the fingers, you can see it's not really controlled. My breath starts to wake up. And we can settle it in. Taking the hands on the hip creases, we'll make little movements, or you can make little taps or little circles here. Part of the big lymph drain. Almost like we're trying to drain it from the base first, so letting it move out and through. It's one of the big pathways. You can go to the outer hips as well. Yeah. Hands on the low belly. You can make circles. I'm going to slow my breath down and soften the belly. Again, just feeling my feet on the earth. Allowing that sense of awakening, gratitude coming through. Take my hands on opposite collarbones, my little peace sign fingers, and just working in and out. Got a little mic that I can't hit, so you can do it a little bit further in, but long through the crown of the head. So again, the vagal nerve pathways as well, and a lot of those lymphs come down through the sides of the neck. Beautiful. We'll come up to the sides of the neck and just wipe down. So I come into the day in more rest and digest space, even though I'm awakened. Yeah. And then 2 fingers up above the eyebrow, just do a little tapping, deepening my breath. And then the sides of the eyes again. Deepening the breath in through the nose for right now, out through the nose. And then the fingers under the eyes. Again, you can increase this or just try to make it a reasonable. I call it the non-scrolling time, right? So it's like wake up, not doing that first, finding this, and then one finger can just tap right underneath the nostrils. Beautiful. Both hands come on the heart, palms face in. Let the palms go in and lightly down. You can hold here steady or make little circles. Have a bend in the knee. This is for me that simple and obvious reconnect. I want to move from my heart knowing, and I know my mind is so powerful, my brain is so powerful, but to remember also when I'm chasing those thoughts during the day that I have this home right here in my heart that I can drop into. And that's the way I want to start my day. You can let the hands just rest, the eyes closed for a moment. For me, here's where I like to set my intention for the day, where I want to keep moving my focus toward, because it's going to get pulled off over and over and over and over again. Beautiful. We'll come through Surya Namaskar, just a really simple flow. So now that all the joints are awake, the body is awake, just a very simple Surya Namaskar. Hands come to prayer. Inhale, we can reach the arms up. Extend, keep pushing the feet into the earth and come down that center. Empty breath, the back body will have its conversation. Inhale, lengthen, and step back. You can lower in halfway or all the way, upward facing dog or cobra, and then draw back, downward facing dog. Let's come up on the balls of the feet, bend the knees, feet between the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up, reach up, and back through center. Let's come through 2 more like that. Inhale. Fold in, empty breath. Inhale, lengthen. This is called the Vira, so that's the sort of more fierce part, a little bit more of the warrior, but for me it's also that connectivity through all the spaces we want to be awake. Bring that fluidity in. We're folding in now, rise up, reach up, and we'll come through 1 more round. Beautiful. Step or hop feet between the hands, lengthen, fold in. You can open your feet now, bend the knees, come into Malasana. Really deep dive into the hips. If it's too much too early, don't worry about it. But again, waking up my hips before I'm propelling myself into the world. And if I have the time, try to create the time for you, for myself. Come have a seat and simply find a place to come into seated meditation. Whether you set your timer, inside timer, whatever you got, 5 minutes, 11 minutes, whatever you can give yourself to tune this awakened system back into the heart center. You can press pause and continue on. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. May this be a support to your mornings, to your days, as you propel yourself out into the world to really live into your intention.